the skyrocketing numbers of people competing in triathlons is straining schedules everywhere. So here with advice on how to fit in all those necessary hours of training is WSJ reporter Rachel Bachman. Rachel, thanks so much for being with us. So triathlons are just on fire.
They are. The participation is growing at about 18% a year for the past several years, so they're just extremely popular.
And how many hours of training does the average triathlete have to fit into their week?
Well, there are different distances, so some as short as like 15 or 20 miles. The big one, the Ironman, is 140 miles. So people at the shorter distances average about 10 hours a week, but the Ironman trainees would go 15, 20, sometimes more hours per week.
That's a lot. I mean, if you have a job and you have a relationship and you have a family, where do you find those hours?
Well, there are a lot of tricks that people have devised to figure this out. One is to turn your commute into a workout. So there's one guy who actually strategically picked a house that was about 12 miles away from his work so he could run or bike, various distances between the 2 points.
So he chose his residence based on his training. I love that.
This is the dedication we're talking about.
Wow. And what are some other ways? There's some really clever other ways from your story people have fit it in.
Well, you see these images of people like running on the beach in Hawaii or, swimming in the ocean in triathlons. A lot of the training is done indoors in the living room on a bike trainer.
Right.
And so people will binge watch shows, catch up on the news, check their email, things like that, on a bike trainer and pedal for hours.
So what about the rest of us, the sort of non-triathletes? Is there anything that we can take away from this advice?
Well, one interesting tip that a woman in Indianapolis had was to try to outsource some of your chores. She has 5 children, and she just said when she decided to train for an Ironman, she said, look, I don't have time to fold all your laundry. So she got 5 bins, sorted the laundry, and said, you put it away, you hang it up, I'm done once it's clean. And she saved herself, I think, about 4 hours a week doing that.
That's great. I mean, we can all find these hidden hours in our day. I hope people aren't losing sleep to get their training in, but
I'm sure some are, but others just are energized by it. So it's.
Is there any tricks that you personally have?
I think for me the key, I'm not a triathlete, but when I go for a run or something, the key is to lay out all my equipment and clothes the night before.
Right.
So that it's there, I have no excuse, and all I have to do is get dressed and go.
I do that for my kids in the morning, so why not do that?
Right, exactly.
That sounds great.
Exactly.
It's a great time saver. Rachel, thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Tanya.